Hello, wrestling community. It's your boy B-Boy Snatch on TV, aka Wakanda Snatch One, because I got playing around. As you can tell by the title of the thumbnail, this is my WWE NXT review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the entire video from beginning on towards the end. If you are new here, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more every week wrestling content I do on the channel, because I'm on the road to 11K before December. Follow all my social media down below in the description. Go check out my WWE Raw review on highlights I also did on the channel from yesterday. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE NXT I thought it was a decent show for what it was, and I give it a 6.5 out of 10. But Zilla Fatu making this Zilla Fatu arrive on NXT was a highlight, was the best part and the highlight of the night, in my opinion. And Zilla Fatu is going to take the NXT Championship away from Tony D'Angelo. That's all I gotta say from here. It says, welcome to wrestling results for WWE NXT August 11, 2026, coming to you live from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Zarya will be putting her Women's North American Championship on the line television for the first time since retaining in a Fatal 4-Way match on July 14th episode of NXT, as she defends against Win Sinclair. Win Sinclair secured her title shot during last Tuesday's episode of NXT when she retained the Women's Speed Championship against Zarya. Time limit draw per in agreement that the two women came to with NXT General Manager Robert Stone. Tony D'Angelo will be fighting out who is next. Challenge for the NXT Championship is as Cross Montana goes head-to-head with Grayson Waller in the number one contenders match. Cross Montana and Grayson Waller have both made it clear they have their eyes on the NXT champion, finding themselves involving in a verbal confrontation with one another, and Tony D'Angelo last Tuesday that ended Tony D'Angelo telling both men to fight it out among themselves as to who challenged him next. Shaquan Sugars will be colliding with Dion Lennox of Darkstate as Former continues his quest to pull an end to Darkstate for kicking him out of the stable. Shaquan Sugars holds a win against Dion Lennox in singles competition for NXT, the Great American Bash, on June 28th, and the two men later met one another in a six-man tag team match when Dion Lennox and his stablemates Irish Griffin and Cutler James emerged victorious against Shaquan Sugars, Romeo Moreno, and Noam Dar on the July 21st episode of NXT. Shawn Spears will be joining forces with Lizzie Rain and to square off against Nico Benz and Easy Dane in a mixed tag team match, with Shawn Spears have made it crystal clear that he's out of retribution against Easy Dane and Nico Benz for betraying him a handful of weeks ago. Lizzie Rain emerged victorious against Easy Dane in a singles competition on July 28th episode of NXT, with assistance from Shawn Spears when he distracted Easy Dane by taking out Nico Benz on the outside. Cam Hendricks will be in action as he goes one-on-one with Mason Rook. Tensions between the two men have been on the rise since Cam Hendricks has claimed that he sustained a serious injury from an attack at the hands of Mason Rook, with things culminating last Tuesday when they came close to finding themselves involved in a backstage brawl with one another. Additionally, Lexis King of Birthright will be taking on Louis Price amidst bubbling tensions between Price and his OTM tag team partner Bronco Nima over Nima's focus on his Triple H stable. Los Peros D-Mail. We are live. The show kicks off with a video recapping some of the events from last Tuesday's episode of NXT. Big Joseph and Booker T then greet audience at home as we see Lizzie Rain without Shawn Spears backstage. Easy Dame and Nico Vince pass her, telling her that they told her Shawn Spears wouldn't show. All three competitors then make their way to the ring. So we get Lizzie Rain and EK Prosper versus Easy Dame and Nico Vance in a mixed tag team match. This was a fun little mixed tag team match. This match was fun for what it was. The bell rings and Lizzie Rain brings the fight to Easy Dame. She delivers a missile dropkick to send her crashing into the corner and fires off shoulders on Lizzie Rain midsection. But Lizzie Rain delivers a springboard senton to her. Nico Vance tags in and stares down Lizzie Rain, but EK Prosper music hits as he makes his way out to replace Shawn Spears in the match. He lands a springboard moonsault on Nico Vance to take him out on the outside and dumps him back in the ring. EK Prosper delivers a shotgun dropkick to Nico Vance and fires off chops on him in the corner, as Lizzie Rain does the same to Easy Dame in the opposite corner. Easy Dame trips Lizzie Rain on the ring apron and sends her crashing into the ring steps shoulders first. Easy Dame dumps Lizzie Rain back in the ring during the commercial break and levels her. But EK Prosper and Nico Vance sat back in. EK Prosper looks to fly off the middle rope, but Nico Vance catches him and delivers a variation of an F5 on him. Lizzie Rain and Easy Dame tag back in from the break, and Lizzie Rain catches Easy Dame with a pair of clotheslines. She delivers a fall-away slam to Easy Dame and follows it up with a Death Valley dropper. Then goes for a pin, but Nico Vance breaks the fall. EK Prosper delivers an enziguri to Nico Vance, and Easy Dame spears Lizzie Rain. Nico Vance throws Easy Rain over to Easy Dame to deliver a powerbomb to her, but Easy Dame pins Lizzie Rain. Lizzie Rain kicks out, but EK Prosper tags in and delivers a moonsault to Nico Vance off the top rope for the win. The winner of the match, Lizzie Rain and EK Prosper. That was a pretty fun mixed tag team match. What it was. We then head backstage where a medical official informs Kendall Gray that the injured ear from the NXT Underground match last Tuesday needs at least another week to heal as Winston Sinclair stands by. Back from the break, Emily Agard looks to catch up with Easy Rain and EK Prosper. As EK Prosper explains, he chose to team with Lizzie Rain because the men division needs to step it up. Kylie Armstrong steals the microphone and makes her way to the ring. So we hear from Kylie Armstrong. Kylie Armstrong says Kendall Gray was supposed to come out, but she wants her NXT Women's Championship match. Kendall Gray's music cuts her off and she makes her way out, telling Kylie Armstrong that she's no bonds for her receiving an NXT Women's Championship match. She says she's pinned Keilani Jordan in the Triple Threat number 1 contenders match several weeks ago, won by Lola Vice. Whether or not the referee saw it and claims she's next in line for the AC Women's Championship shot. Kendall Gray music hits and she makes her way out with Winston Sinclair holding a contract in hand. Kendall Gray tells Keilani Jordan that herself and Winston Sinclair are sick of hearing Keilani Jordan complain. Keilani Jordan says everything she said is true, but Kendall Gray says she knew Keilani Jordan would say the same thing. She hands Keilani Jordan the contract for the NXT Women's Championship match and says she wants to see who the best woman really is. Then tells Keilani Jordan to pick a time and place. Keilani Jordan says Kendall Gray may not be cleared this week, so they could have their NXT Women's Championship match next week, but she doesn't want to waste her shot in front of the Orlando crowd. She says she wants her shot at NXT Heat Wave on August 30th. And signs the contract, but Kylie Armstrong becomes frustrated and says she wants a title shot. When Sinclair reminds Kylie Armstrong that Kendall Gray told her she could have one after Keilani Jordan, but Kylie Armstrong looks to hit Winston Sinclair. Kylie Armstrong accidentally hits Kendall Gray's bandaged up ear, but Winston Sinclair goes after her. Kelani joined Kylie Armstrong and then double team on Winston Claire to beat her down. All right, that was a. I'm also say that was not a bad segment. That was just a. I'm also say that was just a pretty. That was just a pretty good segment for what it was. Dark State then make her way. Dark State then make their way to the ring. Deion Leonard follows. So we get the next match right. So we get Deion Leonard versus Shaquan Sugars. And this match right here, this was a squash match, what it was. The bell rings and Shaquan Sugars fires off chops on Deion Leonard. He delivers the STO to him, but Deion Leonard delivers a suplex to Shaquan Sugars and wears him down with a sleeper hold. Shaquan Sugars delivers a knee to Deion Leonard's midsection to turn him inside out, then catches him with a crossbody over the top rope and onto the ring apron. Shaquan Sugars dumps Deion Leonard back inside the ring and threatens to hit Oris Griffin and Cutler James with his bat. Deion Leonard grabs the bat from Shaquan Sugars and looks to use it, but as the referee disposes of it, Oris Griffin and Cutler James sends Shaquan Sugars crashing into the announcer desk. This opens the door for Deion Leonard to deliver a sidewalk slam to Shaquan Sugars in the ring for the win. The winner of the match, Deion Leonard. This was a squash match, what it was. After the match, Oris Griffin and Cutler James beat down Shaquan Sugars inside the ring. They toss him over to Deion Leonard in order for Deion Leonard to land a powerbomb on him. We then head over to Robert Stone's office where he's chatting with Triple H General Manager Rey Mysterio. Robert Stone suggests Rey Mysterio defend his Triple H Cruiserweight Championship in 2 weeks, then suggests a fatal 4-way no more contenders match to determine who Rey finished defense against. Rey Mysterio then, I don't know why I said Rey finished, but Rey Mysterio then suggests EK Prosper and Triple H star La Parka as two of the entrants in the fatal 4-way no more contenders match. So let me read that one more time. We then head over to Robert Stone's office where he's chatting with Triple H General Manager Rey Mysterio. Robert Stone suggests Rey Fenix to defend his Triple H Cruiserweight Championship in 2 weeks, then suggests a fatal 4-way no more contenders match to determine who Rey Fenix defends against. Rey Mysterio then suggests EK Prosper and Triple H star La Parka as the two of the entrants for the fatal 4-way no more contenders match. So I'm glad I read that for the second time and I correct myself. I don't know why I say I don't know why I said the other Dominic Mysterio. I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. But anyway, back at ringside, Zarya makes her way out. We head backstage where Shaquan Sugars is being checked on the trainer's room. Grayson Waller approaches Shaquan Sugars to tell him to stop feeling sorry for himself and do something about it. About Dark State. Shaquan Sugars gets up with his bat in hand and leaves. So let me read that one more time. I don't know why I said deliver. We head backstage where Shaquan Sugars is being checked on the trainer's room. Grayson Waller approaches Shaquan Sugars to tell him to stop feeling sorry for himself and do something about Dark State. Shaquan Sugars gets up with his bat in hand and leaves. I'm glad I read for the second time. All right, let's move on. Back at ringside, Winston Claire makes her way out. So we get the next match right here. So we get Zarya versus Winston Claire for the Women's North American Championship. And this match right here, this was another squash match. So Winston Claire got squashed by Zarya. The bell rings and Zarya gains the upper hand. Winston Claire rolls up Zarya, but Zarya kicks out and delivers a big boot to Winston Claire. Winston Claire sends Zarya's arm bouncing off the top rope and delivers a drop kick to her under the bottom rope. Back from the break, Zarya Michaelin fires off kicks on the side of Winston Claire's head. Winston Claire ascends to the middle rope and delivers a crossbody to Zarya, then levels her with a pair of clotheslines and a double underhook suplex. Zarya catches Winston Claire with a spear, but Shaquan Sugars and Deion Leonard brought into the ringside area as security works to break them up. They brought into the back of the ring which opens the door for Zarya to take advantage and lands an F5 on Winston Clare for the win. The winner of the match is still your WWE NXT Women's North American Champion Zarya. This was another squash match. Mason Rook then makes his way to the ring. Cam Hendricks follows. So we get the next match. So we get Cam Hendricks versus Mason Rook. And this match right here, this was another quick match, what it was. The bell rings and Cam Hendricks rocks Mason Rook with a right hand. Mason Rook responds with one of his own and delivers a power slam to Cam Hendricks. Then follows it up with a back body drop. Cam Hendricks fires off a couple of right hands on Mason Rook. Then delivers a spine buster to him and goes for a pin. Mason Rook kicks out. Mason Rook lands a body slam on Cam Hendricks and follows it up with a senton and gets Cam Hendricks up on his shoulders. But Cam Hendricks escapes and sends Mason Rook crashing into the exposed top turnbuckle face first. He follows it up with an enziguri to him for the win. The winner of the match, Cam Hendricks. This was a quick match, what it was. We then head over to Robert Stone's office where he's meeting with Miles Bourne, Tavion Heights, and Vanity Project. Robert Stone informs Justin Drake that he'll be facing Shallow Hill next week, and should he beat him, he gets a shot at Miles Bourne's North American Championship, and Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes get their NXT Tag Team Champion rematch. Justin Drake agrees and makes it clear he wants both matches at Heatwave, which Miles Bourne agrees to and says he'll willing to wrestle twice in one night. Birthright then makes their way to the ring. Lawrence Price follows. Alright, so we get the next match right here. So we get Lexis King accompanied by Birthright. So we get Lexis King coming by Birthright versus Lawrence Price. This was another quick match, what it was. The bell rings and Lawrence Price grabs Connor's hair from the outside. Lexis King takes advantage and delivers a codebreaker to Price's arm, then wears it down with a submission hold as we see Bronco Nemo watching the action from backstage. Price levels Lexis King with a clothesline and a kick, then dumps him across the ring and delivers a choke slam on him for the win. The winner of the match, Lawrence Price. This was a quick match, what it was. Carlos Montana then makes his way to the ring. Grayson Waller follows, and Tony D'Angelo joins the announcer desk. So we get the main event of the evening. So we get Carlos Montana versus Grayson Waller in a number one contenders match for the NXT Championship. And this match right here, this main event match didn't even last long, but it was just this was just a solid main event. Was the bell rings and the two men fire off right hands with one another. Grayson Waller fires off right hands on Carlos Montana's midsection, but Carlos Montana levels him and delivers a suplex to him. He follows it up with a running senton and delivers a dive to send Grayson Waller crashing over the announcer desk. Back from the break, Carlos Montana delivers a superplex to Grayson Waller and delivers an off-the-shoulder facebuster to him. He connects with a Death Valley driver on Grayson Waller and goes for a pin, but Carlos Montana kicks out and delivers a cutter to Grayson Waller. Carlos Montana sets up for the spin the block on Grayson Waller, but Grayson Waller spins. Well, that's how it says. It says spin the block. Yeah, that's what it was. It says. Back from the break. Where was I? I'm sorry. It says it says back from the break. Carlos Montana delivers a superplex to Grayson Waller and delivers an off the shoulder face buster to him. He connects with a Death Valley driver on Grayson Waller and goes for a pin, but Carlos Montana kicks out and delivers a cutter on Grayson Waller. Carlos Montana sets up for the spin the block on Grayson Waller, but Grayson Waller rolls out of the way and Carlos Montana sends him crashing off the ring apron with a big boot. That part that I was at right there, so I finally find where I was at. Grayson Waller runs into the ring and delivers a rolling flatliner to Carlos Montana, then goes for a pin, but Carlos Montana kicks out and rolls up Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller kicks out and lands a jumping knee on the back of Cross Montana's neck, then extends to the top rope and looks to fly. Cross Montana intercepts Grayson Waller with the inverted atomic drop, then drags him up the ropes. Grayson Waller escapes out of the ring and flies back into the ring, but Cross Montana catches him with a spin to block before Cross Montana can pin Grayson Waller. Zilla Fatu appears to attack both men and cause the disqualification. The winner and your new number one contender, and no contest due to the outside interference. So Cross Montana is the new number one contender. Alright. After the match, Zilla Fatu delivers a frog splash to Cross Montana and one on Grayson Waller. They stare down Tony D'Angelo from inside the ring as he makes it clear he has his eyes on the NXT Championship, and the show goes off the air. Alright, let me get my opinion while thinking about WWE NXT. Now, WWE NXT was a decent show for what it was, and I give it a 6.5 out of 10. But the show itself was decent, but my favorite part about NXT was Zilla Fatu arrived on NXT, and then he hit a Samoan drop on Cross Montana, and then he hit a running jump and Samoan spike on Grayson Waller. That was the highlight of the night. But like I said just now, Zilla Fatu is going to take the NXT Championship away from Tony D'Angelo. Don't get me wrong, I love Tony D'Angelo, but it's time for Tony D'Angelo to drop the NXT Championship to Zilla Fatu, because Zilla Fatu got that dog in him, and I am a big fan of Zilla Fatu. Cause I like everything that Zilla Fatu does in that ring. He put in the work and he doesn't give up, man. So I'm a big fan of Zilla Fatu. The crowd was chanting Zilla Fatu the whole time. That was the second highlight of the night as well too. The crowd went crazy when Zilla Fatu arrived on NXT. So Zilla Fatu is our next NXT Championship, but do it at NXT Heat Wave. Zilla Fatu versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT Championship. Sign me up to see that on NXT Heat Wave. You gotta pull the trigger WWE. Give Zilla Fatu the NXT Championship. It won't hurt. That's all I gotta say from here. But send Tony D'Angelo to the main roster as well too, just like you did to Lola Vice. But anyway, I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Bull Squad, Too Sweet. I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang. Too Sweet, gang. And I'll see you guys tonight for my upcoming world premiere for my WWE NXT review and highlights at about 6 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. Alright. I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Go check out my WWE Raw review and highlights that are also down on the channel as well too. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell your friends I'm on the road to 11K subscribers before December. So help me get to 11K subscribers before December, because I have worked so hard on my channel, and I've been putting a whole lot of work on my edits in my videos, and that's all I gotta say. But hit me up in the comment section what you guys think of WWE NXT and Zilla Fatu arrive on NXT. Because Zilla Fatu is going to do some big things, because Zilla Fatu has a bright future on NXT. But wait till Zilla Fatu gets caught up to the main roster. He's going to land on Monday Night Raw to join the Bloodline. I can definitely see that. But anyway, in my opinion, WWE NXT was a decent show, but the highlight of the night, goes to Zilla Fatu arrival on NXT, and that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. So have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Bullet Squad, Too Sweet. I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang. Too Sweet, gang.